Hey everybody, day 7. So I want to talk about another codependency that I chose to break off, separating from Dan, my husband. So as some of you know, Dan had cancer 7 years ago, 2016, renal cell. It ended up with surgery, removing his kidney. And after that, there wasn't much more they could do. And we really changed the outcome with food as medicine. And back then, I really took charge, and I was taking care of all the appointments, all the doctor's notes, and did all the research about, because we didn't know anything, but all the research about food as medicine and what to eat and the supplements and all these things and the juicing. And so we actually did really well with that and then got healthy again. Over the years after, as much as we had promised ourselves that we would stick with that because his cancer had a chance of recurring, kind of slowed down on that. But when it came back now 16 months ago with a vengeance in his spine, in the description I may take the time to link some of the videos about that on our YouTube channel, the Dan and Annie Show. And then he really started, it was pretty dramatic, which is part of the reason we're separated now. The stress of the last 16 months has been absolutely absurd. But it's not what I want to talk about this morning. So this time around, 16 months ago, he really started studying and reading like every day, all the time, watching videos, getting books, reading at night, waking up, meditating, and he really got into it. And one of the codependencies was that I had taken control of his healing in the past and of his health with the other things that happened to him through the years we were together. And this time, he started taking control and coming to different conclusions than the ones that I would come up with. And so there was a lot, there started to be tension of me kind of, that energy and words of saying, well, do you think you should keep doing this? Or da-da-da? So that became a source, and I understand completely, since he was taking charge, of a codependency that existed between the two of us. And coming here, a huge event for me inside was actually learning to let go of the control of being in charge of his healing. And that's been huge. He's been to a couple appointments without me, and that felt like, it's hard to explain. I guess people who have codependencies, or this is about saving his life also, it's kind of an important one. It was a big event for me internally of seeing that happen. It was painful, but I was also seeing the value in letting him take charge of his own health. I mean, it is how it should be. And last night we had a conversation, and it's not just from last night, but he's making some choices from his research and his intuition that are not the choices that I would make. So I can say I kind of disagree with some of his choices, and I don't think they're the best choices for his healing. And so I worry. I worry that he's not doing the right stuff to heal and to come out of, because now it's stage 4. It's been in a couple other places. So separating, it's two things. One, it's to allow me to let go of the control of another human being, because there's a codependency there, and there's a sense of value that you find in helping somebody and saving their life and being in charge and making sure of everything. I know that with some of my patterns, it's a way that I can find value for myself. So it's a sense of worthiness that comes with that. And also, stopping this, it's empowering him. And that I know is so important. I mean, and he was tired, like it was stifling for him, for me to, at the beginning it was a willful, what would be the word? He willfully let me take control of everything. He would just like show up at the doctor's and, I don't know, I just show up. She remembers this, she knows, she knows this, and it was really all on me. And taking control of his own stuff now is super important. I'm repeating myself. I'm sorry about that. There was another point I wanted to make with that. Yes, is that when you're sick and you have, advanced disease most of all, and, terminal disease, you have to surrender yourself who completely believe in your healing. And that is a key to healing. And one of the problems now is that I always worried before, but I felt we were doing what was the right stuff to do. And now I worry, of course, because he's my husband and I still love him. I will always love him. But I worry now because I disagree with some of the things he's doing. And if we stay together in the same household right now, and it's such a critical point for him to save his own life, if I'm there and I can't let go of my belief and totally, trust that he's doing everything right and that I believe in his power of healing and all that, then I'm hindering his healing. And you can feel when somebody around you or even your doctor doesn't believe in what you're doing. And that would be getting in the way of his healing. So this morning I'm pondering all this, no tears, as I'm walking. And I'm mostly working on letting go of what I disagree. What do I know? What's God's plan? Why I could be completely wrong, and God's with him, and the plan is for him to heal, and he's doing the right stuff, and he'll be led to the right healers and doctors and all that. So what do I know? But I'm here now, and I have to let go of thinking that I know better and let go of my worry, which is really hard because there's a selfish part of it. And it's that if he gets sick again, and whatever form that takes, it means that I have to go, and I would go back to be with him. And then it means that now I'm looking at my future that is not the future that I want. So now I'm arguing with my life, saying that not only in the future, but if in the future this happens, I will disagree with the events of my life. So I'm working on all this today. It's not going to be all done with today, but this is what's on my mind, and I will try to clear my head a little bit more, be in the now, being the trust. Just feel everything that's here around me, this amazing beauty, and see what's next. But I know this is a big part. So that's it for my morning chat. I don't know what else would come up today, but this is it.